Well, hello and welcome to the Discover Dayton podcast, the show that's all about the Gem City's past, present, and future. I'm Arch Grieve and I'm your host, and today's episode is the weekly news roundup for Friday, May 27th, 2022. A lot happened recently, including stories about rental assistance for Montgomery County residents, a new mobile culinary STEAM lab for kids, and some local DPS students earning national recognition. Next week is also the start of Pride Month, and there are a lot of events happening in relation to that you'll want to know about as well. So happy almost Pride Month to you, and please stay tuned for last week's news in just a moment. And now here's what happened last week. Well, if you're listening to this and you're under the age of 18, you should be aware that the Dayton Police are going to be conducting a juvenile curfew sweep tonight, which is to say that any juvenile that's out in public without a guardian from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. will be arrested and charged with a misdemeanor, as will the youth's guardians. This comes in response to the fact that juvenile arrests have been up greatly this year over last year, with there being 774 juvenile arrests so far this year already, which is 3 times what it was last year at the same time. This is the first curfew sweep police have done in years, and there are many critics of the practice as well who argue that enforcement can be discriminatory and unfairly impact black and brown communities and can lead to increased tensions between police and those communities. In the wake of the tragic shooting earlier this week of 19 children and 2 adults at a Texas elementary school, a local man, Dion Green, whose father, Derek Fudge, was killed in the Oregon District shooting back in 2019, is traveling there to provide support for the families. Green started the FUDGE Foundation to honor his father's memory. Through the help of donations, Green travels to places where mass shootings have occurred to help the families who are dealing with trauma in the aftermath of those shootings. Green is a survivor, victim, and father who explains that the victims of the shooting are a part of his family now and argues for gun control laws and background checks and getting rid of assault rifles. You can learn more about the foundation at www.fudgefoundation.org. Well, if you're a Montgomery County resident who is in need of rental assistance, there's good news for you from the Montgomery County Commission, which recently approved a $1 million in rental assistance to local residents. A county spokesperson explained that the money will go to people who are late on their rent and also receive HUD assistance. The money will be funneled through GDPM, or Greater Dayton Premier Management, which specializes in low-income housing and who will be working with renters who have the greatest amount of debt first. To contact GDPM, call 937-910-7500 or visit gdpm.org. Well, the city of Dayton may be giving about 58 acres of vacant land to the Five Rivers MetroParks soon. The land in question is what remains of the Foxton Court apartments, which were damaged beyond repair by the 2019 Memorial Day tornadoes. In exchange, the property would be remediated by Five Rivers MetroParks, which is expected to cost $1.9 million. The land used to be a tree nursery, although the nursery hasn't been utilized since the early 2000s. The city explained that the land in question is in a flood zone as well and should not be redeveloped. Well, later today, the Dayton International Peace Museum will be holding a ceremony to celebrate its move into a new space at 10 North Ludlow Street at the Courthouse Square. Some of the museum's board members and founders will speak at the event, and attendees can participate in preview tours of the museum after the ceremony. Friday, June 3rd is the museum's official reopen date, however, and their first guest exhibit is MLK in Color. Visit DaytonPeaceMuseum.org for more information about the museum. And while I don't often do national news on here, there is one national news item that may be affecting you right now without you knowing it, and that is that Jif brand peanut butter has been linked to salmonella outbreaks, and the FDA has issued a recall starting on May 20th. If you have Jif peanut butter with a lot numbers between 1274425 and 2140425, you should definitely not eat it, and you can also go online to Jif's website at jif.com, enter in your lot code number for your peanut butter, and if it's a match for one of the contaminated jars, they'll send you a coupon for a replacement product. The House of Bread here in Dayton is seeking a couple of volunteers to help with food distribution from 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. every day. Applicants must be fully vaccinated and be at least 16 years of age. You can email Judith Moore to sign up at morehob@gmail.com, and that's Moore spelled with an E at the end. Well, the city of Dayton is setting aside $7.6 million of the $138 million that it received in federal funding through the American Rescue Plan Act to help minority-owned businesses here in Dayton, most of which will go towards nonprofits that are geared towards helping build up Dayton's minority-owned business community. Of that, $3 million is going towards the creation of an organization that will help business owners, and $1.5 million will go towards the awarding of microgrants that go up to $10,000. A little over $500,000 of the money is being awarded to 5 local organizations, including a vaccine clinic, 2 restaurants, a law firm, and a child care center. Some groups, such as the Dayton NAACP, however, are critical of the disbursement of funds, arguing that having just 5.6% of those funds go towards minority-owned businesses is not enough. Well, some local Dayton public school students recently traveled to Texas to participate in the Business Professionals of America National Leadership Conference in Dallas. The group of students were the Ponitz CTC Broadcast News Production Team, who then went on to place in the top 10 in the country for news production, so congratulations to them. Well, in an update to an interview I had with Equality Ohio back on episode 12 of this podcast, the Ohio State House recently heard testimony in a committee hearing last week from 2 individuals who are part of what the Southern Poverty Law Center labels as hate groups. I would encourage you to go and listen to that episode to learn more about proposed Bill 454, which seeks to end gender-affirming care for LGBTQ+ youth. House members also heard testimony recently on House Bill 598, which seeks to criminalize abortions should Roe v. Wade be overturned by the Supreme Court and would make it a felony for doctors to perform abortions and does not include exceptions for rape, incest, or even the mother's health. The Supreme Court's final ruling is expected to be announced late next month. And finally, to end on a good news note, there's a new business in Dayton called Just Cakin It, which is a mobile STEAM dessert lab. The mobile lab is the brainchild of Dayton native Courtney Barrett and operates Monday through Thursday, serving kids aged 5 through 16. Barrett has been baking since 2017, and the business stems from her work as a substitute teacher and her work in the prison system, where she saw childhood trauma and lack of positive outlets, leading to incarceration for many people. She hopes that her business can help young people see the value of education. She was helped in getting her business off the ground by participating in the UD Flyer Pitch competition, which helped provide seed money for the business. She also participates in the Early Risers Academy through Launch Dayton, which I recently talked to Kiana Daniels about on this podcast in episode 29. She's looking to partner with schools and other local organizations moving forward, and you can learn more by visiting www.justcakinit.com to find out about educational opportunities and classes. And now, here's what's happening next week and beyond. Well, if you're looking for something fun and free to do tonight, you can check out the movie night at the Dayton LGBTQ Center, which is screening the movie Bohemian Rhapsody, which is about Queen frontman Freddie Mercury's life. Visit DaytonLGBTCenter.org for more information. If, however, you're more in the mood for theater tonight, you can attend a performance of The Old Man and the Moon tonight at 8 p.m. at the Dayton Theater Guild. Ticket prices range from $14 to $21, and you can visit DaytonTheaterGuild.org for tickets and information. There's another screening on Saturday as well at 8 p.m. and Sunday at 3 p.m. Another theater option tonight is a performance by The Nerve, which is presenting its show Friendly Art by Sofia Alvarez at the PNC Annex from 8 to 9:30 p.m. The Nerve is an ensemble-driven theater company working to build a safe and encouraging artistic community in Dayton where local artists can discover their voice and explore their craft. Tickets are going for $22, and you can visit DaytonLive.org for more ticket information. There's also a performance on Saturday and on Sunday. Yet another theater option is at the Schuster Center, where you can see a production of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory tonight from 8 to 10:30 p.m. Ticket prices range from $29 to $89 and are available at DaytonLive.org. Or if you're more in the mood for comedy tonight, stand-up comedian, actor, and TV show host Donnell Rawlings will be performing at Wiley's tonight and tomorrow, May 27th and 28th. Tickets go for $45 and can be purchased online at wileyscomedy.com. Well, this weekend on Saturday, May 28th, it's National Burger Day, and my friend Alexis Larson wrote recently in the Dayton Daily News about some of the places locally where you can go to get a great burger, so I encourage you to check that out. My favorite on the list is probably Sliders, though. Then this Sunday, May 29th, at Carillon is the Dayton Heritage Festival, which goes from 12 to 8:30 p.m. It's free for Dayton History members and $12 per adult or $8 per child. The event celebrates Dayton's history and features special activities, costumed interpreters, and more. Visit DaytonHistory.org for more information. Also on Sunday, May 29th, downtown's Bozack's Cocktail Lounge is hosting a Beards, Brims, and Bourbon event. Tickets are $10 in advance or $15 at the door, and more information can be found at facebook.com/Bozacks. Also happening on Sunday, although a bit pricier, master mixologist Mike Jones will be leading a workshop entitled Cocktail Basics Part 2, The Cheat Code, where he will explore cocktail basics and explain how to design and craft your own drinks. Tickets are $150, and the event takes place from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. at the 111 Flavor House downtown. Visit 111flavorhouse.com for more information. There's a Memorial Day 5K event happening Sunday as well from 9 a.m. to noon at the Eastwood MetroPark, where participants will run or walk along the Mad River. Ticket prices to participate are now $30, and you can sign up at DaytonTrackClub.com/events. Happening Tuesday, May 31st, you can participate in the Ethnic Cheese and Dessert Workshop at Evans Bakery, which is being put on in partnership with the St. Anne's Cheese Company, who I had on the podcast as well recently on episode 27. This next workshop will highlight Jewish food, and tickets are still available for $29 at stannescheeseco.com. The workshop goes from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Also happening on Tuesday in the evening from 6 to 7 p.m. is the Booty Mix with the Ninth Beat event, which is taking place at the RiverScape MetroPark. Booty Mix is a high-intensity hip-hop dance class that's designed for people of all fitness levels and is free to attend. Learn more at metroparks.org. Well, you can see the play production version of Mean Girls in Dayton starting next Tuesday, May 31st at the Schuster Center. The show is based off of the Tina Fey movie of the same name and will run through June 5th. Tickets are available at DaytonLive.org. Well, I'm not sure why Tuesday the 31st is so popular in Dayton, but you can also go to the Dublin Pub for their 4-course bourbon and cigars dinner that night. The event goes from 6 to 9 p.m. and is a bit pricey at $80 in advance or $90 at the door, but in return you get a 4-course meal featuring hand-rolled cigars from Foundation Cigars, bourbon from Old Forester, and swag and door prizes. RSVP by emailing TonyG@dubpub.com. And moving on from Tuesday finally, on Wednesday at Tender Mercy in Dayton from 5 to 7 p.m. there's a Dayton Homecoming event happening. Dayton Homecoming is the brainchild of the Collaboratory and seeks to inspire former Daytonians to come back to Dayton and non-native Daytonians to consider moving here. You can visit facebook.com/groups/Dayton Homecoming to learn more. Well, next week, June 1st, kicks off Pride Month, and there are a number of events celebrating that in Dayton, including one happening Wednesday, June 1st at Branch and Bone Brewery, and that is the Pride Beer and Cheese Tasting, where proceeds will go towards a Dayton LGBTQ+ charity. The event costs $45, and in return, participants will get 4 5-ounce pours and hand-selected craft cheese boards, as well as a limited Pride glass. Visit branchandboneales.com for more information and tickets. Well, there's another Pride event Wednesday as well, which is the Drag Fest Pride Kickoff event happening at the Brightside here in Dayton. The event features some of the area's best drag performers, including Katrina Realfish, Cherry Poppins, Johnny Justice, Kiara Chimera, Landon Cherry, and Mocha Lisa. The event will feature Lola Vuitton and Scarlett Chimera. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. and the event kicks off at 7:30 p.m. I didn't see the event listed on the Brightside's website. However, there is a long Eventbrite URL that you can find in the show notes of my website at discoverdaytonpodcast.com, and tickets are $10. The Dayton Jewish Film Festival kicks off on Thursday, June 2nd at the Dayton Art Institute with a screening of That Orchestra with the Broken Instruments. Before that, though, there will be a special program with Neil Gittleman, the Dayton Philharmonic Orchestra's conductor. After that, the remaining screenings will take place at the Neon and will go through June 26th. Visit jewishdayton.org for more information. Also on Thursday, June 2nd, Son del Caribe will be performing at a free Levitt Pavillion concert starting at 7 p.m. for the Levitt's Summer Concert Series opening night. If you haven't attended a Levitt event before, it's a lot of fun, and you can bring your own food and alcohol, although make sure to bring your own blanket or lawn chairs as well. The following day on Friday will feature another performance, this one by the neo-funk group MojoFlo. Visit levittdayton.org for more information about other upcoming shows. Another Thursday event is the First Thursday Jazz Jam at Holy Grounds Coffee, which happens every week from 7 to 10 p.m. and is free to attend. In addition to coffee, they also serve alcoholic drinks. Learn more at holygrounds.com. And if that isn't enough, Thursday night is also another Pecha event, the first since I interviewed Pecha organizer Shayna McConville on episode 9 of this podcast. This time, the event takes place at Grace Church and goes from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. As always, it's free to attend, and you can learn more about Dayton PK events by checking out Episode 9 or visiting pachakacha.com/cities/Dayton. And finally, next Friday, June 3rd, is the kickoff to the Dayton Pride Festival, and the Pride Affair on the Square will take place at Courthouse Square from 6 to 10 p.m., featuring live performances, food trucks, and a beer truck as well. The event is free and open to the community, and on Saturday there will be a Pride Parade and Festival. More will be happening Sunday as well. Check out DaytonLGBTCenter.org/pride for more information. Well, that's about it for this week's News Roundup episode. As a reminder, you can call me at 513-400-3538 and tell me who you'd like me to talk to, why, and leave me a question you'd like me to ask. Also, I know I say this every episode, but we still don't have any reviews on Apple Podcasts. So on my Facebook page, I've created a template for you to use to do so, as well as a link to an article on how to leave a review. So please go do that now. You can find a transcript for this episode at discoverdaytonpodcast.com as well. Thanks so much for listening, and stay funky, Dayton.